Dead Space is a bold game, launching against high-profile sequels in an already busy holiday season. It also has to cope with the demise of the survival horror genre, which has grown tired over the past years. It would be an understatement to say that it would be a task within itself to compete successfully this year, and it had a lot of proving to do, as well as a genre to save. Dead Space follows Isaac Clarke, a space engineer who travels with a crew to the USG Ishimura, a Planet Cracker-class ship. Upon arriving, Isaac's ship is struck by debris and crashes into the Ishimura to reveal that the vessel has been taken over by an alien race known as the Necromorphs. It isn't long before it is revealed that Isaac has ulterior motives for accepting his mission, as his girlfriend Nicole was on board. The story is told without cutscenes, through voice communications as well as audio, video, and text logs found throughout the game. Players rarely lose control of Clarke, and the game's story is told effectively with plenty of twists and turns. Dead Space is a truly frightening game. It has its share of corpses coming to life and creatures crashing through windows, but manages to stay fresh despite these cliches. Ammunition and health are scarce, and rationing supplies is the only way to survive. That's not to say that Dead Space is lacking combat. In fact, it's completely filled with it, but is presented in different ways than most survival horror titles. The fear in the large-scale battles comes with enemies themselves, the Necromorphs, which are twisted, disgusting, and different than most creatures in gaming. Removing their head does very little to slow them down, and it requires precise strikes to maim them, cutting off their limbs until they're completely incapacitated. One part of the game that was a little bothersome was that the enemies drop items when they die. This fits the story in a way, but it's a tell as to when the enemy is dead. They are so strange looking that one of the best parts is the mystery of their anatomy, but once they drop a health pack, it can be accurately assumed that they are dead, and the mystery is removed. Automated stores populate the Ishimura, allowing players to purchase items and weapons as well as buying enhanced suits. Workbenches are usually not too far away, and give Isaac the chance to upgrade his weapons and abilities with power nodes. There's a huge amount of customization and different ways to play through the game depending on how you allocate your resources. There are plenty of puzzles during the game that use the different abilities picked up early on, like a stasis module, which can be used to slow rotating fan blades and freeze defective doors open, and a kinesis module, which can be used to move objects around like the gravity gun from Half-Life 2. These are used in many ways throughout the game, but mostly in the zero-gravity portions, which are intrinsically disorienting but executed exceptionally. Dead Space's high point might be in its presentation. Visually, the game reaches heights mostly untouched. The frame rate stays solid even during the most chaotic portions, and there are relatively few graphical pops throughout the entire game. Enemies are rendered exceptionally well, and Isaac himself looks stunning. The game's textures look fantastic, and the graphics are some of the best I've seen. The environments are brilliant and surprisingly varied, so no section of the ship looks too much like another. Sound is also approaching perfection, and EA has created an immersion experience to rival BioShock's. Enemies' roars can send chills up your spine, and the music is dynamic and changes depending on the situation to further enhance the mood.
Isaac, get the hell out of there!
The doors are locked! Run!
The inventory screen and map are projected in front of Isaac on holographic screens, as is objective information gained during the levels. Remaining ammo is shown on the weapon itself, and Isaac's health meter is built into his suit. Isaac's suit also comes with a navigational device which can be activated by clicking the right stick, and draws a line in the ground in the direction to the next objective. This helps prevent the player from ever becoming lost, even when backtracking is required. That said, I found myself overusing it even early in the game, and clearer level design or a toggle option might have gone a long way to fix that issue. Dead Space should keep players on the edge of their seat for at least 8 to 10 hours of gameplay. After completing the game, a New Game Plus option is unlocked, allowing players to restart with all their upgraded equipment. This feature could be extremely fun, but the option to change the difficulty setting is absent, which makes it a little too easy on a second playthrough. More than anything, the game's ending should be applauded for giving a conclusive finale that should satisfy gamers while leaving the door wide open for a sequel. EA has not only built themselves one of the scariest and prettiest games of the year, but created a thrilling and wonderful start to a new series. Thank you for watching, and be sure to check out GAmervision.com for the full written review.
Oh my God,